Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Rhino, the beer's over here. It's from Churchill Brewing Company, and Churchill Brewing Company is in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'm in Saskatchewan. This is how you spell Saskatchewan for the few of my viewers who are not from Canada and have never had to do the province spelling tests. There you go. There you go. There you go. We have a beer, like I said, from here in Saskatchewan, but from Saskatoon. I'm in Regina now. I think about the fact that I was born in Ontario. I'll get buried here. The only family I have here is my wife and my 2 children. 3 of my children are still in Ontario. And, it's going to be one of those weird things because they have the chance to continue the family line here, where everybody else is going to continue it over there. I'm spreading my roots across Canada. Soon the Albino Rhino will be everywhere. Today's beer is Mower Yard Lager, and it is 4.3% alcohol by volume. You've earned it. We all need a drink. We all need a break. When you need to relax and refresh, you need a yard lager. It's 100% crushable. Now, I normally, and I would say 90 to 95% of the time, go into my reviews completely blind, never of having had a beer from them before. This was bought as a 6-pack. I have 2 left. So, no, I have 3 left after this one. So I've drank 2 already. So I do have slightly an idea of what I'm getting into. Let's see if that speeds this up or not. It probably won't because I don't have somebody keeping me on the ball. So this has 2 people on my friends list that have tapped it in with it says it's an American light lager. The 2 people that have tapped it in have given it a 3.38 out of 5 overall. I would want a 3.5 and up to be really excited about the beer. 1.6 thousand people have tapped it in with a rating to give it a 3.44 out of 5. So a little better, but still not at that 3.5 and up. It is saying that it is delightfully crisp and refreshing, light and easy to drink without the watered down flavor of a mainstream light beer. And that could be great or horrible dependent on things. 2,000 people in total have tapped it in. So again, 1.6 is the amount of people that have given it a rating. 48 this month. I have not tapped it in yet. Just looking at the people that I know that have had it. Blair at the Elephant and Castle. I don't know if that Blair is from around here or from somewhere else. I guess I could do this, but this takes longer, right? Let's see where Blair is located. London, Ontario. Okay, I actually know exactly who that is now. I don't know if they drank that in Ontario, if they were somewhere else. Pierre Olivier had it at Montana's. Pierre Olivier is from here in Regina. And he had it 2 years ago and then this year in May. He actually had it a year apart. He tapped it in May 4th of 2022 and then tapped it in again May 4th of 2024. And see, this is the thing, right? He gave it a 3.25 out of 5 both times. I don't know if I would buy it again if I'm rating it a 3.25. However, he did have it at Montana's. That might have been the best beer on their menu for him. But I'm digressing. I probably would have just had water if something wasn't at least a 7 out of 10 for me. I don't need to drink all the time. I just do it for this stuff. Now, like I said, I'm not going into this blind. But I don't have somebody to talk to, so who knows if I'll be able to stay on track or not. Crystal clear. Holy shit, that's crystal clear. Nice golden color, bright white head. Nice snap, crackle, pop. It's at least 2.5, 3 fingers of head. It is exactly what you'd kind of expect from it. There we go. Wow, that is purty. I mean, the first one I had, I drank right from the can. The second one I had in a stein, but I didn't really look at it. I just kind of poured it and was like, yeah, beer. I didn't pay attention. That is a pretty looking, like, and that head has retention. There's a lot of times light beer, by the time this was even given to the customer, that head would be gone, but that head is still there. And again, beautiful snap, crackle, pop. So you wouldn't expect it to stay as much as it is, but it's there. Really impressed with that. Like the color, like all that. Scent. A little bit of straw. That's all I'm getting out of the glass. I'm just gonna push the glass over there, out of the can. Now I know the taste. I didn't really smell it. Here's the thing, right? When I don't go into a review blind, I normally don't do much. I've just drank the beer. Maybe I know what it looks like. But usually it's just I know what it tastes like, and half the time I know what it tastes like out of the can, not out of a glass. Because if I'm just crushing it on video and I haven't reviewed it yet, I'm just crushing it. Like let's be real here, boys and squirrels. Okay. It's just sweet and bready out of the can, and just it's kind of just neutral, I guess, is what I would say. So we'll put the lawnmower beer right there, so you can see it as we try it. Slanche, so clear. Okay, now the two I had cold, and this is where the things come differently, right? I like my beer room temperature. I was always taught to drink my beer room temperature, and when you're doing tastings and all that, you want it to be warmer, because the warmer it is, the more flavor you get from it. When it's cold, it really is a yard lager. You just pound it back, and you taste nothing. It says you don't taste the watered down flavor. All 4% alcohol lagers should be pretty watered down flavored. It doesn't matter if it's craft or not. And that's what it comes down to, right? If you're drinking the beer cold and you want a just 4% to 4.5% lager, it's up to you if you want to pay the extra money for the craft. It's up to you if you want to support a local brewery more so than a big brewery. Multi is brought up, dollar for dollar. There's more money that stays in the country if you're supporting a craft brewery, and to an extent that's true, except for the fact that a lot of the macro breweries employ a lot more people, and a lot of times they pay their people better. Not all the time, but a lot of times. That being said, if you're drinking it cold, it's really up to you what you want. Where a craft 4 to 4.5% lager comes into play is when you drink it the way I drink it. Does it have off flavors? Does it have this? Does it have... This is a solid, very easy drinking beer. Crisp, sweetness. A little bit of bready biscuitiness. And a slight, very slight citrusy note at the very end with that bready biscuitiness. This is warm, and there's no off flavors at all. And I've had Churchill beers where I'm like, what the fuck am I drinking? And this one has nothing to hide. Like, the lower the ABV, the harder it is to hide an off flavor. There is not an off flavor in this. This is a well-made light lager. Whether or not I love Churchill, there's some Churchill beers I really like. There's some Churchill beers I don't like. Whether or not I really love them doesn't matter at this point. It's whether or not it's a solid beer. And it is a solid beer. It really is. That's good. I can't say anything other than that's good. I don't know. What's the best way to say what I'm about to say? I don't think there's anything they could do differently. Uh, for personal enjoyment, that's really nice because it doesn't have off flavors, and unlike a lot of macro brews, it has some flavor cold, and it has a lot more flavor warm, but none of them are off flavors or none of them are questionable flavors. Excuse me. It's a really good brew. It's a really good brew. And it's really good even warm. That's a solid yard lager. It's true, it's a solid yard lager. If you're just looking for a lager with the classic lager flavor, that's a craft brewery that's done it right. Out of 10, stylistically, I'll give it an 8.25. Personal enjoyment wise, I'll give it a 7.75. So I would buy this again. That makes it an 8 out of 10 overall, and it is a solid beer. Yard lager from Churchill. Bye. Bye.